Hey everybody, today I'm going to do a product review on the TNH Outdoors sleeping pad. Now I just recently acquired this and I'm going to go over some of the stats quick for you, and then we're going to move you over somewhere else. I'm going to inflate this, show you how to unpack it, how to inflate it, deflate it, put it back in the package, and then I'm going to give you my opinion, pros and cons if they're, whatever my view is of them, if it's, good or bad. And then I'll let you know if I recommend this or if I think if it's not good. And then so why don't we just go ahead and get started here. Let's start off with the simplest stuff. As far as dimensions, they're looking at, just checking my notes here quick so I don't want to get it wrong. 6.2 inches. I'm getting, you can see this here, I'm getting just over 5 3/8, maybe 5.5 by 10.2. I'm getting 10.25, 10.5 in that range. So that's definitely pretty accurate dimensions. 1.3 pounds, so it's not terrible as far as weight goes. Once it's opened up, I'll give you the physical dimensions of the inflated size. According to their website, it's TPU coated polyester, it's military grade, and it's insulated. So that's definitely a plus, having an insulated pad for colder weather, keep you, from the ground. One of the coolest things here, let me show you this, their warranty card. Lifetime warranty. If you don't like it, there's a problem, contact them. They'll do what they can to make it right. As far as refund, replacement, that's definitely a plus. Normal wear and tear. If you stab it with your knife and put a hole in it, they're not going to cover that. So here's another thing too. This is the package that it came in. You can see on the bottom, they're 100% biodegradable. They're definitely a green company. They like to biodegradable products, sustainable materials. Definitely good for the environment in this day and age. That's definitely a plus. All right, let's talk about price for a second. Current price on Amazon is $23.75. I got it for $19.70, so the price has gone up a couple dollars. In fact, figuring it's probably going to go up a little bit more again, just for the fact that it went up in a week. It went up a couple dollars. Even if it goes up to $50, you're still within price range of what most of the competitors are going to be. So that's not really an issue. So if you want one, get it now because the price is cheap. Customer service, I'm going to say I haven't had an issue with them yet. I was contacted the day my package arrived from a person at TNH Outdoors. Not a generated email, it was an actual person. Wanted to make sure I got my product and if I had any issues with it, whether I liked it or not. And I actually had a few emails back and forth. So that was definitely nice that they do care about the customer and want to make sure that you are happy. And that was the first day that I got it. So I have every right to believe that they're going to stand by that even a year from now if I have a problem. So let's take you over to a bigger table here and let me show you some of the dimensions, and we'll go ahead and inflate it. All right, we're going to come over here. We're going to use the pool table because it'll be a nice flat area to do it. So let me go ahead and let's take this thing out of the package so you can see what we're looking at. Fairly decent quality stuff sack. Stitching is pretty good. There isn't a lot of loose threads. It probably would tear easy if you caught on something, but as far as just normal wear and tear here, I don't foresee you having an issue with damaging it. And here's the pad. It comes with an elastic compression strap to hold it. So that's kind of nice. It gives you something to keep it compressed while you're trying to put it in the stuff sack. Alright, so I'll roll it here. Let's start with the back side. Like I said earlier, this is an insulated pad, so this coating here is the insulating material, and it's got a good texture to it. It does keep it from sliding around in the tent a little bit because it's not super smooth. If we flip it over, it's the same type of material on the top, just green obviously. And then when you look at your valves, it's kind of a dual purpose valve. When you open up this way, that's where you're going to blow the air into it. And then when you're letting it out, you pop it this way and let all the air out. It's a dual chamber design. I'll show you that when I inflate it. So there's another inflation down here. So there'll be two different sections. So if you happen to puncture one in the middle of the night, you still have half of it. So at least you can reposition things and still have some have some comfort. All right, so let me inflate it for you and just show you how easy it is. There you go. That was 6 breaths. You can see that's just the first half of it's filled up. And there is a little rubber valve in here, so it's not going to let the air out in between breaths or when you're done. Go ahead and pop that back on. So like I said, if you happen to pop this chamber, you still have this much of a pad. You know, it's small compared to what you normally have, but in a pinch, it gives you something to use. Turn this around here. Fill this one up. That one was about 4.5. This is the head of it, so this is a little bit of a smaller chamber, so that's why that one took a little bit more. Kind of show you the back again a little bit with all the ribs in it. Kind of a similar pattern to the front. And one of the preliminary tests I have done, I took a freezer pack, you know, like if you get a sore muscle. I went ahead and I put this on the ground underneath it, and I went and sat on it for 10 minutes. I did not feel any cold whatsoever. If you push down, like right here, this contact point, I'm actually touching the ice pack, I can feel the cold there. But as far as when you're laying on it, if you make contact to the ground, yes, you're gonna feel the cold, but you don't really touch the ground when you're just laying there. I found when you sit up, your butt will touch a little bit. When you roll on your side, your hip will dig in a little bit. Not a whole lot. I mean, you're probably that close, 1/4 inch off the ground. It's just enough to keep you suspended. If you're a back sleeper, perfect. Super duper comfortable. I'm a side sleeper. That's where the issue's gonna come in a little bit, and not even, like right in this area or so, I think is where my hip was. I'm pretty sure I was in between air chambers. My hip touched just a small section like that on my hip. I could start to feel the cold. Not even enough to make me cold. I used this in, I don't have my thermometer with me, it got down to 14 degrees. So I definitely put it through the paces. I did not feel any cold through the ground except for, like I said, that one little spot on my hip if I laid on my side and put all my weight on it. Otherwise, I felt no cold whatsoever. Nice and warm. I use the MMS sleep system, so that definitely helps too. But as far as through the ground, could not feel this at all. Even before I put my sleeping bag on it, I went ahead and put pressure on it, and I could not feel the ground through it at all. Grab my tape measure here. 23 3/4 wide. Now I'm getting 22. So most likely the deflated dimension was the 23 3/4, and I'm sorry, 23 1/2. At 79 inches long, I'm getting 76. So those dimensions are the deflated weight that they give you. So you're still 76 by 22. So that's, I think, pretty average for dimension for most sleeping pads are that, and 2.4 inches thick, which I found to be more than enough. That's all I got for my notes here. So let me go ahead, let me deflate it, show you how to package this thing. Actually, before I I'll tell you right now. My biggest complaint, which I'm going to show you when I deflate it here, let me go ahead and just do that. This is a nice feature. You pop it, it lets the air out almost instantly. Do the same thing here. There you go. Now, my complaint is where these valves are positioned, where they're at, when you roll it up, you have air that can't get all the way out. My opinion, these valves should be on the end. So as you're rolling it up, all the air can get out the end. That's my only complaint with it. So what we're going to do here is when you package it up, you want to flip it over. And you're going to fold it up into 3 sections. What I like to do is try to squeeze as much air out as you can, because this is where This is where the problems come into play with the position of the valves. Actually, this does help too. Squeeze as much as you can out now. Pop the valve on. That's going to take care of this chamber. Now we're going to do the same thing here. We're going to roll it up. You can see if I can't push all that air towards the valve. Then we're going to seal it up. Now you're going to flip it over, fold it into thirds. There is a crease there, from where the factory was. And then what I like to do is take the one end and fold it approximately in half. Then you can start from that end and you can start to roll it up. As you can see right here, it is starting to balloon up on me a little bit. That is from, pop this valve open. Like I said, that is from the air trapped in there that can't get out because, like right now, the valve is right here. So I got all this air up here that can't get back down to the valve. So that becomes a factor in size when you're rolling it up. Pop this back open. Compression strap back on. Back in your stuff sack you go, and you're all set. Pop it back in your backpack, take off for your next trip. So let's go back to the other spot there, and I'll give you my final thoughts on the video. Thanks. So that was my review of the TNH Outdoor Sleeping Pad. I'm definitely giving this a thumbs up. I recommend this product. It's definitely worth the $23 that it's currently going for. Even at a higher price, I'm still going to say it's worth it. Dimensions, weight, everything's good about it. Only complaint, like I said earlier, was the position of the air valves, which causing it to be a little tough to roll it all the way up. Not a huge deal. Like I said, for this price point, the quality is there. The company stands by their product. The customer service is phenomenal. I want to thank you for watching. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel. I have more videos that you can watch. I have more videos coming. And down below I have a link to the TNH website as well as to my Facebook page. So go ahead and follow me on Facebook. And thanks again for watching.